Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are going to share some points to avoid thermal runaway in electric vehicles. Nowadays, you are seeing many viral videos on social media and other sites that EV bikes and cars are burning on roadside. Okay, to avoid thermal runaway, we are sharing some points. If you are designing electric vehicle for your company or for your MTech engineering project, these things you have to follow to avoid the thermal runaway in EV. And if you want to read article, then link is in description. You can go and read our articles. Let me share some images of EV burning. Here you can see there are various uh, EV burning on roadsides when kept for charging while driving. Here you can see the scooty, Ola scooty is burning. Okay, recently we saw one video that went viral on social media, and here you can see the electric car is burning. It is a Tesla car. Okay, to avoid thermal runaway, let me share some points and so that you can be prepared for your design and all if you are manufacturing EV. Let me share with you what is thermal runaway. It is a short definition. When lithium ion batteries or cells get overheated and catch fire due to various causes. Causes may be anything like lack of cooling system. Okay, lack of cooling system means there is no proper setup for cooling system to cool the battery packs, and overcharging. If there is no cell balancing technique or method, then overcharging may occur. Okay, due to overcharging, the cell gets heated and it will create thermal runaway. And if you don't provide any fault management, any pyro switch, any other fault related safety related system you don't set up, then short circuit will occur in electric vehicles. These things will cause thermal runaway. Okay, you can read this definition: when lithium ion batteries or cells overheated and catches fire due to various causes such as lack of cooling system. Okay, overcharging, short circuits is known as thermal runaway in electric vehicle. Now let's come back to some points. These are the basic points you have to note down and you have to follow while designing electric vehicles. First point is battery beginning and early design. Here in this stage you have to design. Okay, you have to make one plan what kind of architecture you want to use, and you have to follow certain ISO standards so that you use proper quality of method. Okay, proper method and architecture to avoid thermal runaway problems in future. For example, while starting, you have to design the requirement for vehicle level and generate a electrified vehicle architecture with fundamental models, and define the cell or battery capacity, other specifications in the early stage. Now let's come to second point, that is electrode and cell design. Here in this case you have to select proper chemistry of cell. If you go with the local cells or batteries, then you will face thermal runaway problem in future. Okay, try to get some good quality or standard batteries so that you don't face any problems in future, and conduct various tests on cells and batteries so that you will get to know whether the cells or packs are capable of delivering the energy to the load. Okay, you conduct various tests like HPPC test and other battery characterization test so that it will give one confirmation. Okay, these cells are good to use for this vehicle. Next, okay, let's come to third point, that is battery design. Okay, in this stage you need to do proper sizing of the pack is the one of the important factor. While designing it, make sure cells are connected in proper order with the proper insulation or insulating materials. Also check the initial conditions of all cells like state of health and state of charge. If any cells or any cells are degraded, okay, make sure you replace. If any cell is degraded, you don't replace, then you will face issue after running vehicle. Okay, now let's come to fourth point, that is pack integration. Okay, each pack has one slave. In a technical term we will call slave or LCU. There are number of cells in EV. Okay, for 12 to 14 cells there will be one slave controller. slave controller will be around, you can say number of slave controller will be there, and one master controller will be there. Slave, okay, let me design this. You can call this as master, and there will be number of slave controllers. Each controller will monitor around 12 to 14 cells. Okay, each, this is, you can call these things as slave. Yeah, each slave will monitor 12 to 14 cells. Okay, this slave function is to monitor the voltage, temperature, and current of this cell. Then it will also do cell balancing. Mostly nowadays, passive cell balancing is very popular. And then this slave will transfer this data to master controller. Okay, in fourth step, make sure that these slaves are connected properly with these 14 cells, and there must be proper insulation between these 14 and these 14 cells. Also check whether the controller is monitoring the parameters properly or not. Okay, proper monitoring is required so that you can do proper cell balancing, protection, and other things. Now come to fifth point, that is battery safety. Okay, this is also one of the important factor. Okay, once you design these things, master and slave, there must be some safety things like pyro switch, fault management. Those things you need to add to avoid thermal runaway, short circuits. In case any accident happens, then you have to isolate the battery pack with the motor. There are many safety setups you have to include. Test the battery. Okay, once you design these things, test the whole pack under various conditions, various drive cycles, so that you will come to know whether this battery pack is capable of okay, handling things and or not. Okay, this was just a short intro about battery safety. Okay, let's go to sixth point, that is battery management system. This is also one of the important thing in EV. This whole thing is known as battery management. Here I drawn a master and slave. These things is known as battery BMS. We will call battery management system. Okay, BMS plays very important roles such as protecting the battery pack from various conditions, and take you have to select a proper BMS. Don't go with the local BMS. Select some standard BMS for your EV so that it can perform various operations like estimating SOH, SOC, SOP, SOE, state of energy, state of power, and SOF, that is state of function, and other states. And if you go with local BMS, it will perform just few operations, and it will work for nearly 1 year, not more than that. If you use standard BMS, then it will do various operations like fault management, thermal management, pyro, and other safety things. It will also do proper cooling of the battery packs. Everything it will do if you go with standard BMS, and it will also measure the various states and all. Okay, this was about, wait, still few more points I want to add here. As I told you, the BMS plays very important role. It will monitor the battery pack voltage, and there are various functions like cell balancing. Cell balancing means making the state of charge of each cell equal. Okay, while driving, sometimes the cell's state of charge will differ. Okay, some cell has 21%, some has 22. Okay, like this there will be difference. To make these all state of charge equal, cell balancing will be implemented in slave, as I told earlier. Then BMS performs other operations like protecting the battery pack from overcurrent, over voltage, under voltage conditions, and it will also monitor the temperature. If any temperature exceeds, then it will isolate the whole system, and it will monitor various things, various states like state of power, energy, state of health, state of charge, everything. And it will also conduct efficient charging and discharging. Okay, there are various operations that BMS will perform. You need to select the proper BMS for your electric vehicle. These are the few points that we wanted to share with you all, so that you can, while designing, you can you can avoid thermal runaway in future. And guys, if you want to read any articles related to BMS, you can visit our website. There are various articles on BMS you can read and okay, improve your knowledge. I hope this video you like, and if you have any doubts, any questions, you can visit our website and you can add your questions there. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.